Hey folks, here's Double K, and I'm here to give you my take on the San Francisco 49ers for the 2016 season in Double K's NFL preseason preview 2016 San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers had a rough free agency period as they managed to miss out on a lot of the top free agents that were happening during the season, like Josh Norman, etc. And even managed to not re-sign some of their own, like Reggie Bush and Anquan Bolden. They did manage to pick up guys like these. That's Eric Rodgers, wide receiver out of the CFL, who unfortunately has torn his ACL and will miss this season, but we have him on a 2-year deal. Zane Beadles, guard, and quarterback Thad Lewis. It doesn't seem like much of a haul, but with the new coach, he felt like he had a lot of pieces he could work with already here, decided not to add too much. They re-signed Ian Williams to, I believe, a 1-year deal. They re-signed Kendall Gaskins. They re-signed Navarro Bowman to a long-term extension. This is a team that has the first hardest NFL schedule, tied first with Atlanta, the toughest NFL schedule this season. They ranked 31st in offense last year, overall 32nd in offensive points per game, 29th in overall defense, and 18th in scoring defense last year. This team will have tight matchups coming throughout the season. Their division is stacked with the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the Rams. But they also have a solid schedule, starting out with they're going to start out with the Rams, Carolina, Seattle, and Dallas. They get Carolina and Seattle away. They get Dallas and the Rams at home. The key game in that will be facing the Carolina Panthers. In week 2, how they fare in that game will kind of determine how they're going to fare through most of the season. Weeks 5 through 8, they play at home versus Arizona, at Buffalo, at home versus Tampa Bay, and then they have a bye week. This was a week that kind of is a relief week, being that they don't play anybody of any consequence except for their key game, which is the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals, even if they lose that game, they can still finish that week 2-1 if they can beat Buffalo and Tampa Bay. But both are very young and upcoming teams that will have something to say about that. Weeks 9 through 12, they play at home versus New Orleans. They play at Arizona. They play at home versus New England, and then they play at Miami. There's a lot of traveling involved in there, back and forth traveling. So I'm going to say that that's going to be a very tough stretch for them. And the key game in that is the Patriots in week 11. It's a game that, once again, it'll show how they're going to fare against some of the, because by that point Tom Brady will be back, and it'll show how they're going to fare against some of the top teams in the league. We'll see exactly how they do. The final 5 games are at Chicago, at home versus the Jets, at Atlanta, at the Rams, and at home versus Seattle. The key game there will be the week 17 matchup against Seattle. And it will be one that may determine the 49ers' playoff lives, if they have any, or may determine how high in the draft that they can climb at any point. The team starts out with a preseason matchup next week or tomorrow actually, against the Houston Texans. Then they play on the 20th of August against the Denver Broncos at Denver. Then they play on the 26th of August at home versus the Packers. Then they play on the 1st of September at San Diego, as they always do. They close out their preseason with San Diego. The team will most likely not be led by the guys that led them last year, which were these guys. Gabbert most likely will not be the starter the whole season, so I doubt he will lead the team in passing yardage. Carlos Hyde will most likely lead this team in rushing, and most likely will be a top 10 rusher as far as the NFL goes, but we will see. It all depends on how this Chip Kelly offense works out. Anquan Bolden won't be leading the team because he's no longer with us, and then Navarro Bowman probably will be leading the team in tackles again, being that he just signed a 4-year extension and is hyped out of his mind. So that's my total review of the 49ers for this season. I expect them, like I said, their ceiling is probably 8 wins, 9 wins. Their floor is probably 3 wins. So they'll at least get 3. They're not favored in a single game this season, so it looks to be a rough year. But y'all going ahead. Have a great day. Like I say all the time, catch Double K and on Double K's Classroom every other Friday. Catch me on West Coast Bias every Sunday, and catch me as K Double on the Raw Impact Unleashed every Thursday, right here on 4Aces Presents, Spreaker.com. 12 shows, 1 voice. Y'all have a great day.